Welcome. We are now making the stocking blocks. They are 2 blocks. They're absolutely identical. However, note that one of the blocks faces this way and it has a little doll. The other block faces the other direction and has a little kitty cat stuffed thing. So be aware of that. In making this, I would suggest that you make the 2, this side, do this first and then do the other 2 next. Do not do them at the same time, in that it's easy to get mixed up. It's easy to not see what's going on. So that's my tip. As you can see, there's some teeny tiny pieces. I did not do this, but looking back, had I thought about it, I would have used some, it's fabric glue. This one I think is Roxanne. There's others out there. It is, my understanding is it's basically the same thing as Elmer's washable glue, except it has an itty bitty teeny tiny tip. When using this, to use an old ad phrase, a little dab will do ya. If I were to do it again on these tiny pieces, I would have, for the half square triangle, for the flying geese and stuff, I would have put a dab there, let it dry, and then sewn across it. But no harm, no foul. So first and foremost, like all of the other blocks, we're going to do the combined units. For example, the flying geese. So there's a lot of flying geese. For the trim of the cuff, again, just like the instructions show, stitch and flip. So do those. For the corners, stitch and flip. You've got the heel, you've got the toe of the stock, again, stitch and flip. Do those first. Do your flying geese here. Now up here, lay it out. I recommend you lay out all of your pieces that are labeled, lay them out, that you can see how they're doing. Stitch and flip. These are all stitch and flips. Okay, there's a lot of them. This block is not hard. The only thing about this block is they have tiny pieces. So particularly this guy, teeny. Okay, this is where I would have, for the flying geese, I would have used the glue in the corner to help stabilize it as I'm sewing across it. A couple of them ended up a little wonky in the instructions that you're going to get. I would, and just saying out loud, I would make sure you square it up, these teeny ones, before you move forward. Meaning, so you know what size this guy is because it's a rectangle. Make sure the edges are square. Then add your sides. Same thing up here. After you add them, square them up. Make sure they're this exact size. Some of them, if you can see this, I just lost all my labels, not exactly straight, but you know what? Let me show you over here. Which one's that one? That one's the kitty cat. You really can't tell. When it's all together, you really cannot see whether it was, if you really want to get funky, that's not exactly a perpendicular line, so what? It's cute, okay? So anyway, so do all of your, same thing with this block. Do all of your small pieces. Again, lay them out according to the pattern. Keep the labels on them until you have to remove them, okay? So, and then just following the guidance of do what, when. So you're basically adding these all together. You're sewing them together in the order, if you don't, pardon my pictures, and drawings, but just in the order that they're giving. That's this guy right here, okay? Again, just in the order. Then you add to that. So follow it through. The instructions on assembly are very good. And if you have questions, call. But truly, thank you. There we go. Now we can continue. Oh, I feel better now. But so anyway, but just that's why you're looking. Is it correct? Is it what it needs to be? So do the top part for both of them. Then do your cuff all right, and then do your heel, and then sew it all together. If you come back over here, so you're doing the top, then you're doing the cuff, you're doing your heels and your toes, then you're attaching these. You're not attaching this yet. You're going to attach this, then the sides, and then you add the toe, and then the center sashing.